What's up guys, Matt and Blake from the Football Boots team, and what a double collection we have for you coming in from Nike Football. We have their brand new Lock In Let Loose pack and they are incredible. Both the men's and women's versions are very different, but we both agree are exceptional looking. So let's get straight into the video and find out what Cristiano Ronaldo and Neymar are wearing alongside so many other headline footballers. So let's not mess around whatsoever, get straight into the first pair of boots, and may I just say what a perfect colourway for the Football Boots team, being that lovely half black, half orange design. But first pair of boots is the Nike Hypervenom Tiempo 3DF, worn by the likes of Ronaldo, so it is a goal scorer's boot. Blake, are you a fan, and what's going on with the boot?
So it takes the same design template as previous Hypervenom Phantom 3 design, so it's pretty much half-half design. On the lateral side of the boot we see laser orange, and on the medial side of the boot we can see black with white trim applications. Overall, I think this is much better than the previous Time to Shine edition. We'll get on to the next one. What is this, Maddie?
So we've got the women's variation, so we've got an alternative colourway this time. We don't have the black and orange, we've now got black and blue. Now what is the actual blue used? What did Nike call it?
So they call it light aqua, so we see light aqua on the medial side. I'm a fan of this one over the laser orange, but again, light aqua with a bit of white and Volt trim. So you see white on the branding there with Volt yellow on the borders of the logos and on the stud tips. Overall stunning design. What is the next one, Maddie?
So what this boot is, for me anyway, and I think Blake probably agrees, is the best football boot on the market. It is the Hypervenom Phantom 3 low, so we just featured the DF. This time it's a low cut model, and I love the boot and I love this colourway. What about you?
So Harry Kane's boot of choice. It's a very good football boot. It's a low cut design and pretty much the same design as you saw on the DF version, with laser orange on the lateral side and black on the medial side. Onto the women's edition. Well, this one's pretty nice, isn't it?
Really nice football boot. That's what we're seeing from this Lock In Let Loose pack. I think they are all really solid. My personal pick of the Hypervenoms, I think I'll go for the men's colourway. Blake said that he prefers the women's, but let's move into the indoor shoe for the Hypervenom this time around.
So the Hypervenom X Prximo, it's a very underrated indoor futsal shoe. So overall, it's the same design as the outdoor men's edition. Again, here it is there, laser orange on the lateral side and black on the medial side, with a white rubber sole. Overall, I think this is a sharp design. We'll get on to the next range.
Into our next silo, and for me, this is my personal pick of the Lock In Let Loose pack. I think these look incredible. Great football boot and also an amazing colourway. Magista Opus 2, Blake, massive fan.
Now this is one of my favourite colourways for the Magista Opus 2. We see that new design template with that line design, that gradient line design on the back of the boot. We saw it on Motion Blue with that white and Volt yellow, but this time I think it looks so much better with this design. Again, the diamond fit collar, it's not just all black. We see laser orange sort of interweaved in between. Overall, this is probably my favourite design of the lot in the men's edition. On to the next one. This is again very stunning, Matty.
Very stunning and also very bold. We've got bold orange and also this bold aqua blue. Really are standout boots. So if you are interested in buying these, you can almost guarantee when you're playing on pitch or in training, everyone's going to be looking at your feet saying these look incredible. But the women's version, just like the men's Opus 2, Flyknit construction with the flywire cables, great upper on it. And we've got that blue with the black with a little bit of Volt.
So the next one is the Magista Opus 2. Now this is probably my favourite boot in the entire video. Again, we see that laser orange with that gradient design with that black on the back. Black swoosh logos with white trim on the logos there, with a touch of Volt yellow in places. Again, I think this is stunning. So what do you think, Maddie?
Do you know what? I'm going to put my hands in the air and say I might have jumped the gun ever so slightly. Last season I said the Opus 2 with the original upper was no good, but with its new improvements and this colourway, just like Blake said, I think this is my personal favourite pair of boots in the Lock In Let Loose pack.
So the next one, again, this is stunning. I would wear this any day of the week. It's got that light aqua design on both sides of the boot with the laces there and black branding on the swoosh logos with a touch of Volt yellow. I think this is a perfect colourway. What do you think?
Another great boot. The Opus 2 really has come on leaps and bounds, but alongside the women's one, we've also got the indoor Magista.
So the indoor Magista, again, like the other Football X designs, is pretty much the same design as the outdoor versions. This is the turf version, but again, you see the same design template as the Opus 2 there, but with a turf sole. You can also get an indoor court sole as well, but black and white, overall stunning designs for the Football X.
Tiempo time, and we've got the recent release Tiempo Legend 7. Now the reason behind the lock-in and let loose pack is because all of Nike's 4 silos on the market now feature flywire cables, so it all is about locking in for fast-paced performances. Blake, you love these boots.
Now this is probably the most classic colorway of the lot. Again, it's pretty much all black leather boots. You can't really beat it, with a touch of modern trim with laser orange on the back on that Flyknit Nike skin upper there, with a laser orange tongue. Overall stunning pair of boots. Now what is this one? We haven't seen this one yet.
So this is the women's colorway. Now I actually prefer this. So far, every single men's colorway in this pack I've preferred, but for some reason on this Tiempo, I'm loving this colorway, and it really does remind me of an old school pair of CDR 360s, which was the exact same colorway which Yaya Toure wore, which I thought looked amazing.
Now this is the next generation of the Tiempo Ex Prximo. Now same design as that lock and let loose edition. Overall laser orange in the back with black on the upper, touch of Volt yellow in places, again with a white rubber sole. This is a really nice pair. I'm pretty sure Tom would wear this any day of the week.
Onto the most high profile silo on the entire boot market, not just by Nike, but we've got the Mercurial Superfly 5. Of course, Cristiano Ronaldo's new boot, so you will be seeing him wearing this colorway probably in pre-season and maybe for the start of this season, but I really enjoy this with the orange and black, almost a bit like a tiger. But what do you love so much about these?
I love this colorway a lot because it's got that simple solid design. On the Time to Shine we had orange on one side and a darker orange on the other side, and a lot of previous Superflies we've seen a half-half design, but on this one it's really nice with laser orange on both sides of the boot with that interweave in black. Overall stunning colorway with the white sole plate, Volt studs. Overall very stunning pair of football boots. Next one is the women's edition, Maddie.
Do you know what? Take away the female following from Nike. I think there's going to be so many guys out there who actually love this colorway. I wish they would do the larger sizes, because I think they stop a little bit just before my size. Yes. If they did do a UK 10.5, I would be all over these. They look so unique, so bold. Which ones out of the two would you personally go for?
I would go for this one because I just think it's a bit more well balanced. You've got white trim on the Swoosh logo there with light aqua and black. Again, both stunning boots. Now on to the next one. Pretty much my second favorite boot in the list is the Vapor 11.
Neymar Jr. These will be his pair of boots, just like Ronaldo. You're going to be seeing Neymar wearing these in pre-season and maybe for the start of this season as well, but I absolutely adore these. One slight thing for me, I wish the sole plate was black instead of white. I think it would have made an overall better looking boot, but you have to say these still look class.
Now this is the women's edition, like again the Superfly 5 women's edition. Again, it's stunning. I actually really rate this colorway. Again, a white swoosh with a Volt border. Overall stunning design with a bit of silver interweaving with those horizontal ridges. Black sole plate this time around. Stunning pair of football boots. Now what is this, Maddie?
So now we've got the indoor Mercurial X Prximo. It features that collar, also those horizontal ridges. But do you know what? In terms of a high performing indoor boot, this is going to be perfect for that. It might be a little bit too bulky for our own personal taste, but it will be a little bit second skin, and also it's got a bit of a bulky sole. So not the best indoor boot for us in the X collection. So as you guys have heard, we are massive fans of the lock-in and let loose pack. This probably hasn't been a pack for a long time, which we've both agreed looks stunning both in the men's and women's colorway. So massive tick to Nike from us. But alongside the elite boots, something that the Time to Shine pack didn't have is the scaled down boots included in this new colorway, which is such a good thing.
So you get all the cheaper boots with a collar. These are the DF options, but again, on this image here, you can get the Veloz DF. You can also get a Felon DF for the first time ever. You could also get it in the Pitch Dark pack as well. As well as that, you can get an On the DF and a Tiempo Legacy. There's all the scaled down ranges. So as well as that, you've got the entry level ranges such as the Tiempo Rio and the Victory from the Mercurial range. Overall nice thing to have with this lock-in let loose pack.
We get to the point where we've seen all the boots, so now me and Blake pick our favourite from the collection, both men's and women's. Now, if it were my personal choice, all the boots on the shelf, I would go for the Magista. I'll go for the Opus too, but I think as the Magista as a whole takes the victory for me. What about you?
Definitely agree with you, Maddie. I would go for the women's Magista this time around, probably the Opus too.
But what about you guys? You've seen both the men's and women's collections, and a massive question is, do you prefer the men's or women's? So that is the poll question for today. Do you prefer the lock-in let loose men's or women's packs? Vote in the poll card now, and also in the comment section below, let us know your favourite boot from the entire collection. But guys, that pretty much wraps up the video, so really hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, as always.
We'll see you next time.